正是因为辛苦嘛，因为打得晚嘛，然后就晚上就很容易吃夜宵之类的。
But what is certain is that RNG will lift the cup. Uzi gets his first title.
但有的选手可能久坐之后，他确实会，感觉腰这里比较痛啊，然后或者是手腕这里会有一点酸啊这样。
做不了这个红绿灯，这
有一次就是去医院检查，然后那个医生跟我说，我这都是40、50岁的手艺，就是他真的就是这么跟我讲。
Uzi turns onto the Nexus, and the People's Republic of China take the gold medal win. 3-1 in a decisive fashion around Uzi.
算是我做好的决定吧，对，因为在跟俱乐部沟通过很多次以后，俱乐部那边也尊重了我的决定。
Uzi has officially retired, one of the legends of the game, one of the greatest players of all time.
League of Legends has lost an icon. LPL superstar Uzi has announced his retirement after a long and successful career. But there's a catch. This guy is only 23 years old. One of League's greatest players is stepping away from the game due to health issues and injuries that have plagued him his entire career. So, how did we get here?
有那么一天你会发现你的身体，就是特别是这个右边这条手臂这块吧，就会发现你握鼠标都握不住的那种感觉，确实身体方面是最关键的原因。
For those of you who haven't kept up with Uzi, he's the epitome of excellence in the world of AD carries. The gold standard that everyone in his position tries to achieve.
I think Uzi retiring is crazy. This guy is literally the faker of bot lane. He's somebody that I think every AD carry looked up to. When I played against him, I felt the most pressure in lane I've ever felt my entire life. It's literally I can't breathe. I felt like my mouse was 100 pounds. He was just so good.
Between his laning, mechanics, team fighting, and game IQ, Uzi's the closest thing we've seen to the perfect AD carry.
Gorilla going in onto Uzi, dropping the ignite, able to find the initiation. Uzi with an expert dodge to get away. As Ming gets out as well.
Uzi was so good there, using his ultimate to dodge the skill shot and getting away from everything.
And like I said, despite only being 23 years old, Uzi's had one of the longest careers in League of Legends. The dude began competing in 2012 at 15, and at 16, he made his first World Championship finals.
Starting on the blue side for Game 1 of this Best of 5 series, with a Season 3 World Championship record of 5 wins and 1 loss, it's China's regional tournament champions, Royal Club.
Uzi quickly surpassed his contemporaries, becoming known as the best AD carry, even though others challenged his title. He also became the most popular player in the LPL, growing a massive fan base around the world.
You have many Western fans, many who think you are such a great AD carry. Is there anything you would say to any of those fans?
非常感谢支持我们的粉丝，因为其实很多时候我都感觉我在国外的粉丝可能比中国的更要多吧，就可以感受到国外的粉丝非常的热情，也非常感谢大家一直支持我，我会就是在比赛中一直去给大家更好的表现的。
But for years, he was cursed. He was considered one of the best, but also considered one of the best to never win.
Dot the I's, cross the T's. RNG, they have set themselves up to win.
Where were you when history was made? Because here comes Uzi.
The curse lifted. The prophecy has been fulfilled. Uzi now reigns as king. Royal, never give up. Champions, and they will take on the world at MSI.
2018 was Uzi's year. He won his first LPL title in spring, followed that up with a summer title and an Asian Games gold medal months later. But he did more than that. At MSI that year, Uzi finally got the international title he chased for so long.
Uzi's been in the conversation of greatest ADC for a very long time, although I think he finally got to cement himself as the king of ADCs when he picked up the LPL title. He said that he didn't just want his domestic title, that he wanted his international one, and with that, I think you need to start having the conversation of possibly greatest player of all time.
There's no questioning Uzi's greatness. With both domestic and international titles under his belt, he's a living legend whose level of success few others will ever obtain. But it came at a cost.
有一次就是去医院检查，然后那个医生跟我说，我这都是40-50岁的手臂了，他真的就是这么跟我讲。
Throughout his entire career, Uzi's battled injuries. It seemed like every other split, he was taking a break in order to maintain his health.
I have to remind everyone that for today's matchups, it will not be Uzi playing. It would actually be Wink playing, a new player they brought up from the LDL to sub in. Now, nothing to be aware of, nothing to be super worried about. Uzi is healthy, but he typically does take breaks before Chinese New Year.
For many players, especially the game's longtime veterans, these sorts of physical health problems come from the rigorous lifestyle most pros have to deal with.
这个职业化来说，就是每天你都是训练10几个小时，基本上就一直坐在电脑前。
每天从睁眼到闭眼都是在训练。
But Uzi always returned from his breaks looking like the best AD carry in the world, dazzling people with his skills and making them forget that he ever took a break in the first place.
今天是6月1号，可能在后天你可能就会宣布一个消息，这个是您已经做好的决定吗？
算是我做好的决定吧。对，因为在跟俱乐部沟通过很多次以后，俱乐部那边也尊重了我的决定。
Racked with health issues that continue to get worse under his pro player lifestyle, Uzi retired at 23 years old. In addition to his shoulder and wrist issues, Uzi revealed in his June 3rd announcement that he'd been diagnosed with diabetes.
这身体方面是最关键的原因，也不怕告诉大家，真的我是有糖尿病，而且是很严重的那种。就现在一部分的原因也是因为这个吧，因为我现在要吃药来维持我的血糖。对
Uzi is leaving as one of the game's greats. His legacy will be near impossible for any future AD carry to match. From becoming the first back-to-back world finalist at the ages of 16 and 17, to his LPL, MSI, Rift Rivals, and Asian Games titles, Uzi retires with an untouchable legacy to his name.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.
Uzi was so good there, using his ultimate to dodge the skill shot and getting away from everything.